afternoon. Lovely day for it.
That's what they all say.
I'll bet they do.
Hello there. It certainly was a lovely day, albeit a touch bittersweet, seeing the Carry On Abroad coach in its current and probably final state. So just to give the bigger picture to those who aren't aware, it's currently residing at a junkyard. It's way over in the corner. There's ivy growing up it, and it's quite a sorry sight. Now, I don't know the full timeline of this coach after it finished in Carry On Abroad. If anybody can fill in the gaps for us, please do drop a comment. We were discussing that surely it's appeared in other things since then. We know that this wasn't the first time we saw it on screen, because it did appear in the Police movie in 1971, the year before Carry On Abroad. So Carol Hawkins would have got to know this coach quite well, having appeared in both films. Before we go inside to see what survived, there's a few things to take note of from looking at here. We've still got the double tax disc holder, which is in place. We've also got this light, which, if it's the original one, it's a very special one because it had Sid brush up against it when Mrs. Blunt barged past him. And we've still got this strip along the middle, albeit a different colour. So still recognisable from the outside in parts as well. And we have the same old excellent steps. These were built to last. So up here, the clock and its surrounding wood are missing. I would really like to think that it's ticking away on the mantelpiece of some huge Carry On fan. Red line along the middle of the door is still there, but it's very faded. Up here we have the blinds or shutters, and we can just about see the wire that held them in place and some material still on it. Everything else unfortunately has rotted away. This is excellent. Same steering wheel, although a touch less shiny in the middle, and the plastic is rotting away down to the metal. But check out the positions of the steering wheel, almost exactly the same. Couldn't script it. Now behind Kenneth Williams here, we can easily spot the little panel to our left, and also on the right hand side we got the first aid compartment, which I thought on arrival someone had taken it, but when I looked down to the seat, here it was. One thing I didn't spot until I checked my photos is that the visor that's up there behind Kenneth Williams is actually laying just behind the steering wheel. Same hinges, and although they may look a different colour, I wouldn't bet against them being exactly the same ones. Obviously, difference in quality of video cameras, and of course some colours look different on screen as well. So just to show how many rows of seats have actually been removed, if we look at this blue partition wall here, if we look above, we see a skylight, and we've got a panel as well, which is probably either an aircon or a night light. And then if we look above Brother Martin here, this is the same skylight. There are only two on the coach, and the other one is right at the back with John Clive and David Kernan where they're sitting. So certainly would have been 8 rows taken out, maybe 9. I'm assuming the coach is still there because it was very early last year that I visited. I must say I did give some serious consideration to getting a consortium to securing it. It wasn't hugely expensive, but it was more about where do we put it and what tradespeople do we get into work on it, etc. It would have been just a massive can of worms, unfortunately. It would have been a lovely dream to have got hold of it and had loads of fans working on it, doing bits here and there on it, but at the end of the day decided against it. So whether anyone does take the plunge, very best of luck with it, and do let us know. Just 2 sad seats remain, but on the plus side, if anybody was planning on recreating the seats, then there's some perfect sample material here. And here, unfortunately, is a car stored inside it. Not a pleasant sight. So to finish up, it really was a terrific experience. Stepping on board here was a neck hair moment for various reasons. I hope you all enjoyed this trip down memory lane, and one thing is for certain, carry on never dies.